Live from the Ross Opera House in downtown Cynthiana, it's the 2021 Chamber Community Impact Awards. Now here's your host, Jenny Lynn Hatter.
Allowed me to say whatever I want, and those of you that know me know how dangerous that exactly is. But we want you to enjoy the award show as if you could be here tonight, and we realize that so many of you can't, so this is your opportunity to see the people in your town shine. And we've decided to have fun with it and make a big time. And Rapunzel over here is going to be in and out during the evening. Miss Tommy Jean Clifford, who has a vision like nobody else. And creative people, frankly, scare me unless they're involving a Botox needle, settle down here some more, or anyone else. But I am thrilled tonight, and I know you are too. And I hope when you're watching from home that you feel a little bit of surge of pride for Cynthiana, Harrison County. I am a proud, born and raised, born at Harrison Memorial Hospital, not in that Walking Dead room, so don't get in that room, okay? But, you know, one close by. It was a lot different back then. It's a lot fancier now. But they're going to eventually retire that room for me, but nobody's bothered to tell me yet, but I'm waiting impatiently, as I always do. We have some great sponsors tonight, and we have some people that are going to start this awards ceremony off with the right twist, because when you have an award, you've got to have someone like me. And I also would like to take a moment to thank all the local area women in this town. There's nothing like the South when you need some bling. There really isn't. Also, I'd like to thank the area Goodwills and the Georgetown College Theater Department for outfitting me this evening. It is so appreciated, and I seriously doubt I'll give everything back. Now, before further ado, let's get into a couple of important things. I told my husband, and you all probably don't know him, he's not from here, so it doesn't matter. But a lot of you all may or may not have seen award shows, or like even award shows. I sometimes watch them, I sometimes don't, because I have the attention span of a sandman. And sometimes when I watch shows, I think they do fun things, and one of the more famous ones that you all probably seen, isn't it funny to watch old people try to get their fun, is Ellen. If y'all remember Ellen, she had a selfie with everybody, and so Tommy Jean, you know, being one of those creative types, she didn't ask me till the last minute if I wanted to do a selfie, and I said, I don't think I'm prepared for a selfie. Hold on. I'm going to take a selfie with you all first, in case you don't know what's going on. It's you all in the background. See, there's you all. Wait a minute, I've got the camera over the selfie record. Where is a 12-year-old when you need them, people? Okay, you know. Hold on. Now the phone is facing the wrong way. Hold on. Give me a second. This will be amazing. You just wait. If we were in Paris, I'd have had my own ring light. I'm just saying. Look, there you are, audience. Do you see ya? Let's take a selfie with us. And because I'm in public education, for those of you that are inevitably going to write me the note about me not having a mask on, don't. It's all been sanitized, hosed down, and if I do pass out tonight and Harrison Memorial doesn't give me, it'll only be because of the Lysol, the actual mask, and the fact that I'm a germ freak, okay? And if you're interested, I've been double vaccinated. I'm just not going to take a picture of my card because the Russians love that kind of stuff. So let's take another selfie. All righty, there we go. Look, if you'll notice, the If you're into history, you know that Tom Thumb performed here, and all kinds of fancy folk. I don't know the rest. I just know the Tom Thumb story. And I know it's really the Ross, even though everybody in this town puts an H in it, because, there's an H in there, and people get cranky if you don't do what the alphabet says. But anyway, tonight is all about loving where you're from. And I can't imagine being from anywhere else. So, before you love where you're from and the people that have been exceptional in it, you have to make sure you give Jesus his just due. And so let's do that. Padre, where are you? Padre.
Right here.
Okay, there you go. That would be Reverend's head piece, because my mother's watching.
I want to share with you very quickly. In the Bible, in the book of Genesis, we see Abraham was a rancher with 318 on the payroll. Amos owned his own orchard, had plenty of livestock. We're told that Andrew, Peter, James, and John were owners of a fishing business with their ships, their payroll. And you know that the Apostle Paul was a tailor. He was a tent maker. One of the most fascinating ones in the scriptures is a fellow named Bezalel. He was the contractor responsible for designing and building the tabernacle. The only reason why I tell you all this is very simple. God has a special place in his heart for business leaders, for business owners. They are scattered all through the biblical record. Will you pray with me, please? Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your incredible love and grace to us. We thank you for your favor that you have shown on Cynthiana and Harrison County. Even this past year, throughout the pandemic, you saw to it that we would have economic development here, and we are grateful. We thank you for your hand upon this community. Will you continue to give inspiration, innovation? Will you continue to give wisdom to all of our business owners and the business leaders, our chamber leaders, so that people will continue to be able to raise their families here, pursue their dreams here. We offer ourselves to you. We offer this evening to you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Lee. Did y'all think there for one little tiny moment I was going to get in trouble? I did too. I really did. I did. I felt like it, and I knew it in my heart. That's why when he looked over at me, I thought he was going to say something about, one of those Old Testament blow-up stories, But thankfully, he brought in, like all preachers do, one of those names you just don't know unless you really know. He gives him street cred, and it does make you way more authentic. Next, when you give allegiance to God and country, aren't we privileged? We've been through a rough thing in these United States of America and in our little town of Cynthiana, Kentucky. Join us, whether you're here or at home, in our chamber president, Miss Jenny Marshall, in leading the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jenny, come back. Jenny, come back. Oh, it's okay. In case y'all are wondering, because, I thought it'd be best to do Jesus first and then the pledge, but I didn't screw that up. It was name. It was 100% name. But I thought it would be good if we set the tone with Jesus first. Really. Because you get into wonky turf. You really do. Miss Jenny Marshall is going to talk to us about our chamber members. They are integral parts. I always tell people the most precious thing you can give anyone is your time and your talents. And that certainly is what this group of individuals do for us. And I'm sorry, Jenny.
It's okay.
Although you look good.
Thank you. You do too, honey. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight to recognize some of the members of our community who have made a difference in 2020. I'd like also to take a minute to acknowledge members of our chamber board and thank them for their time and dedication to the community, because without them, many of our projects and activities would simply not be possible. If you serve on our board or are an ambassador, please stand right now. "2020 did not make it easy on small business owners, or any of us for that matter, and she made a mess of our 2020 vision plans. However, in true Cynthiana fashion, we came together in an attempt to support one another and keep small business afloat. We got creative with Home Shopping Network, we promoted businesses and their product services via Facebook Lives, and the Cynthiana is Open campaign showcased photos of shoppers and their goods submitted online via Facebook Live to win a gift basket of local gift cards. Several webinars and online media workshops are also available for members. In November, the board met and we had our annual planning meeting and set goals for 2021, new goals and built on goals of 2020. In May, a lovely magazine-type directory will be distributed with beautiful glossy photos, history, and educational articles to serve as a beautiful representation of our community and its chamber members. Leadership Harrison County, as its name would imply, is a program geared towards businesses with individuals looking to become leaders in their respective positions. The goal is to expand the program not only in number of participants, but in the capacity for them to see their impact the leadership has on the community through education and development. If you follow the Chamber on Facebook, you've likely seen posts for one of our newest endeavors, the Young Professionals Group. This group is being led by Assistant Director Isaac Daly and is focused on the younger generation of business people in the community and hopes to provide a bridge to building participation in leadership Harrison County. Our young professionals will be involved in service projects throughout the community and will also be hosting the summer concert series beginning in May. You'll soon see new riverside markers, courtesy of the Chamber, and these markers will be along the river and serve as identification and provide a brief history of former distilleries within the community. Our 501c3 continues to work hard at raising money for the community splash pad at Flat Run Park. The community has been working on a grant to increase funding for the development of this park. And aside from donations, one way to help is by using Amazon Smiles as your ordering platform when purchasing from Amazon. A meeting of community leaders was held to build a joint commission with a vision for Cynthiana and Harrison County in expansion of tourism efforts, providing affordable housing, increase workforce development, park development at Flat Run, and expand the Licking River development, both recreationally and by the improvement of boat and canoe docks. The cleanup committee of riverbanks is economically in bringing businesses to our area. Members of that committee that served were Bonnie Skinner, Barry Zumwalt, Tommy Jean Clifford, Alex Barnett, James Smith, Garnet Furnish, and Stephanie Burden. We plan to pick up our in-person lunches in May. These will provide networking and brainstorming events throughout the community with business leaders. We will have a Take Pride in Harrison County event that will encourage community members to clean up not only downtown areas, but roadsides, riverbanks, etc., for appearance purposes, and to participate in the purchase of locally sourced goods and services, and to make an investment by improving local properties. Tommy Jean continues to work tirelessly to increase our membership numbers, create business-to-business connections, and to be the voice of Shop Local. In addition to her local responsibilities, she represents Cynthiana and Harrison County by serving as the Secretary of the Kentucky Chamber Executive Board. Her commitment to leadership, supporting members in any capacity, and to our community is endless. Thank you for all you do for Cynthiana.
I'm curious about something, and I didn't cover this with you either, CJ, but I know, honey, you're not getting paid either. I mean, I know, you're friendly on it. Do you have to be nice to other cities? I mean, like when you're at like chamber posses and stuff? No, well, good, because I was planning on being ugly about them. We're better than they are, and we all know that. And I really don't think you'll find anywhere else that has a more dynamic group of young professionals, none of which I've thrown in detention at any point in time when I was a Harrison County principal. Just so you know. I mean, if you're interested, all of them were quote-unquote good kids. So I fully expect all of those of you out there, just a minute, y'all. I fully expect all of those of you all out there to know that I expect a trip to the Savoy Sephora at the nursing home. Don't screw it up, okay? This is not the face of kidding, okay? This is the face of serious. This is the face of big time serious right here. No, our next award is the COVID-19 Courage Award, and it is presented by our very own County Judge Alex Barnett. Now, Alex is a lot older than me. He was a senior when I was president. So he'll be in the nursing home before I will be. He also is from farms on the other end of the county. Our dads both had a great saying, we are land rich and cash poor. I know that we were both told that many times by both of them. What is very deceptive about Alex is he went to Cornell, y'all, he's smart. You know, he didn't let that football hit him in the head way too many times. So there was only important for you to remember, and I bet they don't have that. I bet the county judges at those other counties, they do go to an Ivy League school. I'm just saying, it's an era of snotty. And someone texted me a few minutes ago on the phone, and by the way, you people out there in TV land, y'all, okay? I'm busy right now. Is this real? Really? Is Reverend being Methodist and it's the Pope Catholic? Of course it's real. It's 100% real from the Horns Auction House. They found it for me, okay? Come see them anytime near you. I mean, and I don't know, some little animal to give up its life so I can be one. It was a long time ago. It would have died by natural causes by now anyway. It's a vintage thing. Just so you know. I mean, you know. In case anyone's going to write about that and not the mask. Because I've already told you about the mask. Zip it, okay? Just zip it, all right? But our COVID-19 Courage Award, can you imagine any entity that displays courage during a time such as this? We, like lots of other towns, have been pushed to the max. And I don't just mean my trip to Sephora being cut off. I don't mean that at all. I mean, we've been pushed to our absolute max. To have the first patient in the state of Kentucky for COVID-19, to coming through this pandemic, and we all get to the other side into brighter times. We're lucky and we're very blessed. We're blessed to have Alex, no matter how much of a hard time I give him, and we're blessed to have this organization.
Thank you, Jenny Lynn. That's a tough one to follow. But we're here to give out the COVID-19 Courage Award. As you know, Harrison County was ground zero for the first COVID-19 case in Kentucky on March 6, 2020. The winner of our COVID-19 Courage Award took immediate action that same day of the first confirmed test, forming an incident command center. The following day, they initiated essential staff training, testing instructions to physicians, and began ongoing collaboration with the local health department. As a result of being proactive, our winner was able to coordinate with local physicians to identify additional positive cases quickly and efficiently, which in return kept positive cases contained to the greatest extent possible and slowing community spread. The following week, our winner and local physicians began a cough clinic. The cough clinic's purpose was to evaluate those with cough, fever, or a sore throat who may be concerned with the COVID-19. The clinic was open for over 6 weeks and available to anyone, regardless of pay source. During April of 2020, our winner purchased additional equipment to conduct in-house testing for COVID-19. With new testing available, they were better equipped to help mitigate the incidence of positive cases and spread of the virus in our community. In addition, throughout last year, they provided education to the public on COVID-19 through social media, radio programming, videos, newspaper advertising, and articles in the community newsletter mailed directly to 26,000 households. In late December 2020 and January 2021, they experienced a surge of hospitalizations from COVID-19 and its related complications. Their staff exhibited a tremendous response by taking extra shifts, working long hours, and adapting to workflow changes without hesitation. All their surge planning efforts in the spring of 2020 paid off as they effectively managed this surge in patients while continuing to remain fully operational, caring for other non-COVID-19 healthcare needs. Our winter stands at the ready to face healthcare challenges in any given year. This past year was no exception. Their employees and medical staff have faced the pandemic with resilience, courage, flexibility, and resourcefulness, while never losing sight of the high-quality care they are committed to delivering. The dedication of the staff has been nothing but awe-inspiring. And now, for the winner, is in this envelope, for the winner of this year's COVID-19 Courage Award is Harrison Memorial Hospital. Congratulations. All right. So we'll do that.
We'll do the bump. Yeah.
We'll do the bump, and I'll give you that.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Congratulations. And I'll get 6 feet away and let you talk.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Appreciate the award. I'm Dr. Beeson, and I was chairman of the board last year, and I'm accepting this award on behalf of not the institution of Harrison Memorial, but the people that make up the institution of Harrison Memorial. You know, people talk about frontline and first-line healthcare workers. I got something to tell you. There's no second line, you know. In healthcare, especially in a small town, there is no second line. Your first line is what you got. And our first line folks from the very get-go, from our cleaning folks who got new tools and new disinfectants and new protocols, to our respiratory therapist who had to give people who potentially had a deadly virus a breathing treatment, to our nursing staff and our CNAs who dealt with all kinds of stuff that they deal with on a regular basis, and now this unknown disease, to our docs, to our administrators. It's been all year long. You know, as Alex mentioned, we had a surge last month. One of our administrators in a van on the way to North Carolina trying to find a ventilator. We never ran out. We were okay, but that's what you do. And so it was it's been a very trying year. You know, I've been a physician in Harrison County now for 21 years and affiliated with the hospital proudly that entire time. And I can say without hesitation that 2020 has been the most challenging year for the hospital financially, socially, medically, and from a staffing perspective that I have ever experienced. And I'm old enough now I can say that, you know, my 20 years of experience, right? But it's certainly, and again, I want to emphasize, this is not an institutional award. This is an award for every single person who clocks in every single day at Harrison Memorial, and thank you very much.
Not yet, anyway. Thank you. It has been said that the best teachers make their impact in ways far above and beyond what they do in the classroom. The delivery of instruction is only one piece of what makes a great teacher. So many never get to see the things that our winner does behind the scenes to help her students. As with any truly outstanding teacher, her impact is made one individual student at a time. Achieved over a long period of time, the roots of her influence reach far and wide and deep. She has provided when there was need. She has instilled a work ethic. She has taught accountability and helped further the concepts that were held true in the band program. Be kind, be dependable, be truthful, be accountable, and be helpful. Our winner has been teaching at Harrison County High School and teaching since 1996. She assists the Harrison County Marching Band as color guard instructor and teaches Spanish at the high school level. She was even a cheer coach for a year. One of the nominators mentioned their experience with our nominee in the first year of teaching at Harrison County.
He said that in the spring of 2010, the band lost one of the color guard members to a tragic car accident. The guard member's life lives on through the color guard, as every color guard member is introduced to her life at a special ceremony that is held the night before state finals at the band's housing site. Many life lessons and tears are shed at this ceremony, and the legacy of hard work that the color guard member always showed is something that the band and the color guard try to encourage daily. Our winner has touched many hearts, and that she has, through her teaching, her presence, and in the band and in our community. We're lucky and blessed to have her. I am lucky to call her a colleague and a friend. The winner of the Educator of the Year is, and in practice, because I know you know me, you'll enjoy this, I said it wrong. Not the name, I said the Spanish word wrong. I knew you would enjoy that even better. The Educator of the Year is Senora Melanie Ballard Fenton. Isn't this pretty? I'll come Wendy. Love you, sweetie.
I don't know about that. I'm going to try to be brief, but I think Dr. Beeson beat me on that. Thank you, Ginny Lynn, for your kind words. Thank you all so much for this award. You have no idea how much this old teacher appreciates it. I need to thank a few people because when you get 25 years into a career, you know that there's so many people behind you helping you along the way. 25 years ago, I was sitting at my college graduation at Murray State University, listening to a speech, and I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to do with my life? It was daunting. I didn't know what. You go to school for 16 years, and then what do you do? 3 days later, my sister Whitney and I drove to a little town that I had never heard of named Cynthiana, Kentucky. And I was interviewed by Mr. Gary Dearborn, who I hope is watching tonight. And I was 21. I was young, I was green, I was dumb, naive, all the above. And after the interview, by the time that I had driven back to my mom's house in Frankfurt, Mr. Dearborn had called to offer me the job. So I owe so much to him. He gave me this life. My adult life started right here. For him, I'm eternally grateful. Mr. D, I miss you, and I can't wait to see you up on the hilltop soon. So that's where my teaching career started. Room 107, I'm still there, 25 years later. Still have a few more years in me. But like Ginny Lynn said, my career has two parts. Spanish teacher during the day, color guard, band, groupie at night. I began working with the marching band in 1998, and 23 years later, still there, still a glutton for punishment, still love it. My musical background had nothing to do with color guard. I'm a clarinet player. However, when Mr. Bob Gregg came to me to ask if I'd like to work with the band, the color guard in particular, of course I said yes, because there's not a person in the world that can say no to Mr. Gregg. There's no way. And I told him, I don't know if I can do it because I don't know color guard. I know clarinet. And he said, kid, you can do it. That's what he calls everybody, kid. So I wasn't sure I was the right person for the job, but Mr. Gregg told me I could. He has the ability to make everyone feel like they are champions. He is a type of teacher I strive to be, and more importantly, the type of human I hope to be. For me, working with the band has become more than a hobby, it's a way of life. I love seeing the kids perform and the pride on their faces. They work so hard, and their parents work so hard. They are truly my heroes. For so many of these kids, band is their family, and to be a part of that has been a blessing. By moving to this town, I knew no one. I'm not from here, I'm from Frankfurt. I met some of my best friends and my fellow teachers. I truly believe that Harrison County, and I'm not exaggerating, has the best teachers in Kentucky, not just at the high school, but at the middle school and all 4 elementaries. Many of my coworkers have become my family. They are the people who have stood beside me at my wedding. One of my coworkers introduced me to my husband. They have supported me when my mom passed away and waited right along with my husband and I while we waited 4 long years to meet our daughter. And honestly, I feel a little guilty standing up here because there are so many teachers that deserve to be able to say thank you to people and to be recognized for their hard work. This year has been hard. We teachers have worked our tails off. Teaching virtually is exhausting. Having to communicate with our kids via computer is exhausting. I hear music, but I'm not stopping yet. I can honestly say that all of us teachers have worked harder this year than we ever have in our career. Lastly, last paragraph, I promise. Lastly, I need to acknowledge my family, my greatest support system. My sister Whitney, who is my comedic partner, my saving grace, and my best friend. My parents, who have always lifted me up with their love and guidance. My husband, who listens to my teacher gripes, listens to all my teaching stories, and there are plenty, and keeps the home front running when I'm busy with the band, which is often, and late at night. And lastly, my daughter, Allie. She is my life's greatest blessing. Being a teacher's kid is not as glamorous as it may sound. She has spent numerous summer days helping me set up my classroom and all that entails. She also had to hang out on the band field way after school is over in all kinds of weather. During this COVID school year, she has spent many hours working on her assignments in my classroom when she could be home, asleep. She has made me a better teacher. I work to be the type of teacher I'd want her to have. So I love you, sweetheart. And she's crying. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Thank you so much. It is a blessing. It's truly a blessing to be able to thank people that I've always wanted to thank. So that's it.
Did you notice that finger up in the air? Because she's a trained professional, folks, okay? You know, I'm not stopping yet, okay? You know, that's training. That's college and that's training. We don't let everybody do that here in Indiana, Harrison County. Now, Bourbon County, if I can run them up, but, you know, not here at all. Our next award is our healthcare professionals, and that will be presented by also someone I never threw into attention, who's a lot of fun, Miss JORDIN TOLLE, Arch Care Associate.
Thank you, Jenny Lynn. I don't know if it was a sick joke or just wanted to test my public speaking, but to have to follow up Alex Barnett and Jenny Lynn is not easy, so I will do my best. Our winner for Healthcare Professional of the Year's reach goes far and wide. Their impact on their employees, their patients, and their community are unmatched. The foundation on which their business was built and the culture they have created are simply amazing. The vision statement that is posted in the office reads, "Energy and enthusiasm for our team and our career when we start the day, energy and enthusiasm for our families and our homes when we end the day." Our winner is a graduate of Morehead State University and the University of Kentucky College of Dentistry. They graduated from UK in 2011 and purchased their first dental practice shortly after. They recently opened their second practice in February of 2021. During the COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020, our winner donated hundreds of masks and gloves to the frontline workers in our community that were struggling through the PPE shortage. They purchased food from local restaurants to support them while feeding their healthcare workers who were working during the pandemic. They would tell their employees, if we don't support our community during this difficult time, there will be no community to come back to. For the past 3 years, they have purchased flowers for every resident of Cedar Ridge Nursing Home for Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. On Veterans Day, they offer free services to veterans to show appreciation for their service. Every single nomination for our winner tonight mentioned this person's positive outlook to the world, making an impact professionally and personally, and caring about people. Our winner has created an environment with their business that every employee feels appreciated, every patient feels seen, and everyone in the community recognizes their dedication to our small town. Our winner for the 2021 Healthcare Professional of the Year is Dr. Christopher Kerns.
Well, I'll say this. I'll start with saying that Jenny Lynn said it well, that I think tonight's about loving this community. I mean, I can't follow up Miss Ballard and write a big speech, but I'll say this. I am darn proud to be from Harrison County. I don't think in any given year, especially in 2020, you can pick one healthcare professional that's any more deserving than another. Just like Dr. Beeson said, this hospital makes me proud to be a part of Harrison County, and these teachers make me proud to be a part of Harrison County. I couldn't ask for anything better than in first grade to have moved to Harrison County and had Miss Ann Brunker as my first grade teacher. And if I'm accepting this award, I'm accepting it on behalf of all the positive influences I've had in my life from Harrison County. I've had amazing teachers that brought me up and educated me and taught me how to learn. And I've had amazing coaches that brought me up and educated me and taught me how to lead. And I've had amazing experiences in local churches that brought me up and taught me how to be spiritual and show gratitude and appreciation. And I'm more than happy to accept this award on behalf of all our healthcare professionals in Harrison County who have done an amazing job and who I truly appreciate for taking care of me when I was a little kid. And then now just to be included as a peer with them, I mean, that's all I'd ever want. And for my team to say, nice things, that's amazing. I love being from Harrison County. We're hiring associates now to come into Harrison County and be a part of Primo Smiles. And all I can find myself talking about is nothing to do with dentistry, but just how much you'll love being a part of Harrison County if you come here. Like that's what I'm selling to doctors to come. Come be a part of Harrison County because it is an amazing community. And we've got great hospitals, and we've got great teachers, and we've got great coaches, and we've got great people. And it is an amazing place to serve and give back. And if you want to serve and give back to a community of deserving people, right here is the community to do it. So I'll accept this award on behalf of everybody who has served me and got me to this point in my life. And I appreciate all y'all for being here tonight and allowing me to take this award.
Well, thank you, Jenny Lynn. I'm happy to be here to represent the city of Cynthiana. I wear many hats. I'm taking the theater hat off, putting the mayor hat on because it's one of my employees that's winning Public Safety of the Year. It was one of the first movies that I ever saw in this theater was the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeve. I sat right back there somewhere with my grandmother. Superheroes have always made good stories and good movies. And while characters like Superman and Batman are fictional, I believe the real heroes walk among us. They are our public safety professionals. The police, the fire, the EMTs, the paramedics. They're people like our 911 dispatchers that pick up that phone and stay calm during the most stressful times. You know, those in public safety deserve a very special place in our hearts. Bullets don't bounce off them when they go out to stand for truth, justice, and the American way. They don't wear capes, they wear uniforms. And this year's Public Safety Professional of the Year is in law enforcement, that thin blue line that suits up every day and goes out to protect us and to serve us. And while there's been some negative publicity surrounding police officers in our nation as of late, that is not the case here in Cynthiana and Harrison County. We are blessed here in Cynthiana. And we are blessed here in Harrison County with a group of professional men and women who go above and beyond the requirements of the job. Although we may have a small group of men and women protecting our lives and property, they have huge hearts for our community, and they serve us tirelessly, day in and day out. Coming from a family of law enforcement myself, I especially appreciate the sacrifice that it takes to go into that field. It takes time away from family. The hours are not always 9 to 5 with weekends off. And this year's recipient of Public Safety Professional of the Year represents our department, the Cynthiana Police Department, well. You never hear him complain. He almost always has a smile on his face as he does his job, and he loves this community. And that love for the community was one of the things said about tonight's recipient in the nomination letter that we received. Tonight's winner is not from Cynthiana, but he moved here when he met his wife and has come to love Cynthiana as his hometown.
Just a couple of things. The job of being a police officer is like no other profession. And if you talk to police officers, they'll tell you the same thing. It's dangerous, it's rewarding, it's stressful, it's sad, it's happy, it's enjoyable, it's challenging, and it's unpredictable. And what gets lost in a lot of that stuff is the fact that police officers see good and bad, and they see it day in and day out, every day, whether it's an 8-hour shift, 10-hour shift, or a 12-hour shift. They see it, and they bring it home to their family. And, what we have to remember is that there's so many different hats that are worn by a police officer. And wearing all those hats can be very, very stressful, can be very trying, and can really challenge your ability to be a professional. Yet we always expect them to be polite, nice, helpful, and a professional. The recipient this evening, he's all about serving others, helping others, and always being positive when he's doing it. He's the epitome of what it means to serve others in their work. And I'm proud to call him one of mine.
Chief, you ready to open the envelope?
Let's do it.
In this year's Public Safety Professional of the Year,
Mr. Shaun
Raines.
Man, I wish I could have that just, when I'm walking down the street, just follow me right along. I know you guys are wanting a speech, but I'm really not a speech guy. Frankly, you guys make me nervous. Give me a situation. That I'm used to, I can handle. I would like to thank first and foremost my wife, my family, and the city of Cynthiana for taking a chance on me. You guys have been great. I'm not from here, but it reminds me of home. I remember what a gentleman told me once whenever I got into this profession. I got into, for the old cliche answer, I wanted to make a difference and help people, regardless of how that might be or come into play. This gentleman told me, always do the job with a smile on your face. Be kind to people, first and foremost, even though sometimes those people may or may not deserve it, because you might be the only positive influence that you had on that person for the day. They may not be around anybody or anything positive. So if I go through my whole career and make a difference in one person, it was worth it. So I thank you guys very much.
I'm sorry, Mayor was such a title. It's Tommy G and I back here is a one-man show. Or a two-woman show, or Rapunzel and, Delta Burke, whatever you want to think about it, that's what we're doing back here, okay? We have one-year-old light bulb, and probably the only woman out there, Paula, where are you, that knows what we're going through, is the lovely Mrs. Mayor Paula Smith, okay? And, but it's great. I got a tub of popcorn. He brought it back about 3 hours ago. It's delicious. There's some water that Roger, his best friend for life, we come in sets in our fair town, if you don't know that. People get together, they become friends, and they become friends forever. And I just have this to say, Tommy G, she's delightful as your chamber president. And you are always remaining in budget with that other one, the tall skinny one, okay? Just know that, okay? And I'm sure Alex as well, because I know him too, okay? You're not getting away with it, But, I still think it's not too bad. Give it up at home on your sofas, okay? We're still doing pretty good, me and Rapunzel with the Goodwill and the one-woman show, okay? And you can't see, but I have on 8-inch stilettos. It's just really tough. It's just really tough with all that. You got to do the best you can. Having grown up 16 miles out of town with a father who chain smoked and said that everything on the farm was an opportunity to learn a good hard work ethic. And I soon learned that the more of an opportunity it was, the more I was going to sweat in the process of doing it. I'm thankful every day. I grew up in Buena Vista, not too far from Kerns, who's the CEO of our hospital. Makes me very, very proud. So many of us here tonight are Harrison County born and bred, or we are born in love, as Shaun and Melanie are to Harrison County, and they have certainly bloomed where they are planted, and it takes both kinds of people in a community. Our next award is Agriculturist of the Year, and that is presented by, yes, my former student worker. They're all out tonight. They're everywhere. Tom Zach Evans, who is never in detention, and I think a president of FFA and about everything else. Where are you, Tom Zach? I'm fine over here. Oh, I know, because you know what to do.
All right, so everyone knows that agriculture is very important to me, and so I was kind of excited when Tommy Jean reached out to see if I would present this award. Like all businesses, agriculture was affected by COVID, so it's been a trying year coming through 2020, from supply chains being disrupted, access to farm equipment. The markets were all over the board. And so farmers, had a tough time making decisions and trying to make the best decision and go with it. So our winner tonight is no stranger to the farming community. Born into a farming family that dates back several generations, our nominee has always had his hands in the soil. He grew up riding the tractor with his father, which led to learning to work and contributing to the help on the family farm. He has raised his own crop of tobacco since the age of 14 and currently raises tobacco, soybeans, and maintains a cattle farm. Our winner always gave and currently gives 110% and was raised to always work hard and stay humble. He has a bachelor's degree in business management from Georgetown College and is using his knowledge to serve the community as a manager at Southern States. He's a deacon at Connorsville Christian Church, a youth league basketball and baseball coach, and a father of 4 children. From sun up to sundown, he's either working at Southern States, farming, coaching a kids team, or spending time with his family. And the winner of our 2021 Agriculturist of the Year award is, made it hard to get open. All right, Nathan Courtney.
Thank you all. Thank you for the chamber, for all that you do for our community. It really is a special place, and it's neat to sit here and just think of all the ties you have to each one of the people that's receiving an award tonight and each one of the presenters. It all comes back full circle. As far as the Agriculturist of the Year, I appreciate it. When I found out I got this award, Clara was in the kitchen with me, and she said, "You also get Grumpiest Dad of the Year award." So I got that going for me too. But no, I know Tom Zach and some of the other guys in the farm that it's in the farming community here. You enjoy it. There's not a lot of money in it, but I consider myself to be wealthy, not because of the money, but because of the relationships, because of the time you get to spend with your family, because of the time you get to spend on the land that's been provided us to take care of, and that's the part that I really enjoy. The money is you all know it's never going to be there, but and my biggest crop that I'm growing right now is my 4 children, Lucy, Walker, Clara, and Eva, and I really enjoy seeing them grow. And all the sports teams that I coach, I like seeing other people's kids grow and hopefully be productive citizens, so maybe they can be sitting here one day just like all of us. Thank you very much.
Before we break for intermission, I just want to say, Nathan, that my mother had you in school and absolutely loved you. And watching you coach with our boys who are are actually your oldest daughter and my son, they're in the same age range. You are the best cat herder I have ever seen down the River Road, okay? You are the absolute nicest on the planet, without a doubt. Tonight, I want to be very serious. We're only going to take the time you got, so you at home, you tune back in, don't you be leaving, because everybody knows. We got little numbers up on the screen. We know who's watching, who's not. And it looks bad if you leave. It looks like you don't care about your hometown. Secondly, if you are here, I'm going to talk to them just a minute. Hang with me. I need you to buy some popcorn and some puzzles. And if you don't like puzzles, then get you some wine to go with the puzzle. It'll help, okay? Get it all, Then the puzzle will go much smoother, I'm sure, if you drink, okay? I'm not positive, but I'm sure it will. Get you some water. Even if you don't want these things, get them anyway, okay? Because we want to have nicer stuff in Bourbon County. And our young professionals we know are already cuter. Remember, the nursing home, okay? The nursing home. You people are taking me to the nursing home. But anyway, if you want to support our hometown, we're going to be doing a fun prize giveaway. And I'm not going to tell you about it now, because then you'll just do it now and you won't come back. But we're going to give away money. Who doesn't love cold hard cash? And we're going to also give away some downtown dollars. And we got a surprise or two up our sleeve in case you thought you might get bored. So if you're in the audience, go buy some puzzles and pizza and water and stuff. And if you're listening, know that if you come back, your shot of winning money is a lot better,
We responded quickly with health guidelines for our employees as soon as we learned of the first case of COVID-19 in Kentucky. We have a responsibility to provide the workers on the front lines of this pandemic with the safety products they need to keep them safe so they can help others. Our mission is to protect these brave men and women on the front lines of COVID-19. Together, we are making a difference.
We here at the Ross Opera House want to congratulate all the Chamber Award winners.
We know what really makes a community great are the people that work, live, and play in that community.
Cynthiana is a better place because of what you do. And tonight is your night, the night when we celebrate you.
And the owners here at the Ross Opera House are happy to be a part of the big evening, and we're also happy to host the awards show.
This is a special year for us here at the Ross Opera House. In 1871, a group of citizens came together and formed the Aeolian Hall Corporation and built this opera house for the citizens of Cynthiana.
And this year, 2021, is 150 years since that day.
That's 150 years of entertaining the people of Cynthiana.
150 years of plays, balls, concerts, revivals, and movies.
150 years of being a tourist destination and an anchor in our community.
So join us this year in wishing Ross Opera House a happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Ross.
Happy 150th birthday, Ross.
Happy anniversary, Ross Opera House.
Happy anniversary.
And even though we're finishing up 150 years of entertaining Cynthiana,
And we're just getting started.
From movies, concerts, plays, walking tours, and escape rooms, great things are happening at the Ross Opera House.
We responded quickly with health guidelines for our employees as soon as we learned of the first case of COVID-19 in Kentucky. We have a responsibility to provide the workers on the front lines of this pandemic with the safety products they need to keep them safe so they can help others. Our mission is to protect these brave men and women on the front lines of COVID-19. Together, we are making a difference.
If you're not here, you can hear Judge Barnett go, wow. It's because, Michelle, if you're watching, and I know you probably are, it's because he's overtaken by my beauty. And I mean, because, I think it overwhelmed him right now. Because there is nothing like a woman with a green plastic gun, a shortbread cookie, and yet another dress change. Because this isn't the Bourbon County Chamber Awards, okay? This is the Harrison County one, okay? Just the same. And I actually know them, so, I only make fun of people I'm real secure at. And again, make sure you don't write me about the mask or my cursed dog, okay, because I don't care. All righty, now, as we go through the Impact Awards, there is something exciting you can do. First of all, I haven't paid a lot of attention to our honorees and to our audience. So we, unlike very few counties in this area, we have a cash money machine. Now, you only win, I know, is that not so exciting? You said that. Casey, did you say that? I mean, Mom's excited. Okay. Mama, I'm there for you, baby. Okay, you get some puzzles for Primo Smiles. I mean, they're going to get them out tomorrow. I'm just saying. But we're going to shoot money out. If you see something on the back of money, that means you're a winner. If not, you've got a cool souvenir for the evening. Don't be proud. Okay? Again, this is the Clark County Impact Awards. That's what we have to say. Okay? So, no, you're wrong. And Shaun, did you notice? I mean, you're like the blonde Beyonce tonight. I mean, did you notice that? There you go. Well, okay. She said the thing was fast. I think it's stuff. Okay, pretend. Okay? Thank goodness it was a wardrobe malfunction, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been, okay? It was just a mic falling down, No need for PG-13 entertainment. Look at our fine, those are the next young professionals. We're the Cynthiana influencers in there. Okay, yeah, there's your next young professionals. Y'all better move quickly, okay? Move quickly, because they're gonna beat you out, no problem. If you got something on the back of your award that says Cynthiana, well, you are a winner if it says something on the back. If not, you have a nice prize. Now, if you're in the audience and you're feeling all left out and abused and like nobody cares, here's what you can do. You can text the word award. And I'm going to look at Miss Fenton. If you don't know how to spell the word award, that's not good. Okay, that really isn't. But you text the word award to and that is very unusual. 1400 was its original call sign and call number. It has more numbers now. I don't know what they are. Okay, you know.
1013.
What?
1013.
1013. But don't text that one. That one doesn't work. Okay, text 1400.
859-234-1400.
You know, not only do I have a raw bulb, the mayor, you know, Tommy G brought me a cookie, you know, in case my blood sugar doesn't spike or go nuts or something else. Uh-oh, the hospital booked that day. All right, so, you know, the mayor has given me a raw life. Paula, where are you? A raw life. Nothing, girl, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. You know what, blonde Beyonce over there, she's going to expect more than a cookie. Okay, you know, you better got her a puzzle. Okay, you know. And, you know, I don't know if you pay her minimum wage there, Dr. Kerns, but if you don't, you better park in a puzzle. Okay, I'm not just saying. Our next set of awards is going to be presented by the mayor, and I do love him even though he's tighter. As my granny would say, the Dick's hat band, which is something people that wore hats all the time at the turn of the century understood, but most of you youngsters will not. But our fine mayor, Mayor James Smith, will present our next award, Citizen of the Year. And if you want to win that money, text 859-234-1400, the word award.
Thank you again, Jenny Lynn. It's my pleasure to be up here a second time to give this award. When Tommy Jean asked me to give the Citizen of the Year award, I jumped at it. This individual has meant so much to not just the community, but over the last year, the Roz Opera House as well. Martin Luther King, Jr. is quoted as saying, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" Serving others is one of the core principles of almost all religions. Jesus himself said that the greatest among us would be our servants. This year's recipient of Citizen of the Year is one of the greatest servants that our community has to offer. He should have won this award long ago, but he's one of those individuals who serve behind the scenes and seeks no recognition for the service that he gives. He gives merely because he cares and loves this community. That's why Tommy Jean calls him Cynthiana's secret service, because no one knows that he's serving. And when I was growing up, I was a Boy Scout, and one of the principles of the scouting program is building citizenship as a way of life into young men. In fact, a part of our scout oath is to help other people at all times. We are all citizens, and our community, Cynthiana, Kentucky, is stronger by the service that we give without the expectation of compensation or recognition for that. The heartbeat of any community is in her volunteers. It is volunteers who step in and do the things that government doesn't have the resources, the time, or the money to do properly. It is volunteers that see a need and don't wait around for someone else to fill that need. They step in and they do it themselves. There's not a community event that occurs that you will not see this year's Citizen of the Year tirelessly volunteering to make it a success. Last year, when I issued the Mayor's 2020 Community Challenge for citizens to give 20 hours of volunteer service in 2020, this individual stepped up and had it in just a few months. In 2020, he donated over 30 volunteer hours to the Cynthiana Main Street program. When he heard that we were remodeling our theater last January and February, he came down and volunteered, not just his time, but his expertise. We put a roof on this building with his help. We laid the carpet. We painted the floor. He painted the ceiling all by himself with me pushing the scaffolding around. He retiled a bathroom upstairs, and the list goes on. All donated. He donated and placed over 40 pumpkins in the downtown area to help tourism be the #1 fall destination in Kentucky. He built and donated a welcome fall y'all sign for the courthouse square. He also came to me last spring when he had some downtime and said he wanted to paint all the fire hydrants in town. They were starting to look a little shabby. All I had to say was, sure, go ahead. I got him some paint, and he took off. I often wonder how he finds the time to do all this extra volunteering while he is also a business owner, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and active in his church. But then I'm reminded of a quote by Elizabeth Andrew that reads, "Volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart." And no one has more heart than this year's Citizen of the Year. Mr. Larry Pierce.
I'll be like Shaun. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I do have a quote or two, and we can blame this on GINNI Lynn. It says, "No one can do everything, but everybody can do something." And I can accept this award on behalf of everybody here. I consider everybody a citizen, and everybody does their part. Whether you know it or not, you help every day. You help the city grow. You help the county grow. And I'm sure Alex has a list of things that he could use some people to do things around the county. And I noticed this morning on the coffee break show, Mike Aldridge, they're scheduling the cleanup for the county roads and stuff like that. So if you have a church group or a volunteer group or a nonprofit group, they would be more than happy, and you will get paid to do that. So that's one good thing there. So I can accept this award on behalf of everybody, not just myself. And also another famous quote, and I was going to say that I saw this in the city office, but you might want to put that on the wall. It says, "Ask not what you can do for Cynthiana, or what Cynthiana can do for you." You know, what can you do for Cynthiana? And that's, you know, that would be something that you could take with you for the rest of your life, is what can Cynthiana do for you, but what can you do for Cynthiana? Thank you.
In the Bible, Proverbs 27:17. You weren't expecting that one, were you, Padre? No. Okay. I'm a Methodist, for those of you that don't know. I mean, he suffers a lot inside the Lord. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another." As a person who has been blessed to come back home now for almost 20 years this fall, I feel like we are a town full of iron sharpening iron, and how blessed we are by the amazing people that you met so far tonight. Now, our next award is regarding Business of the Year, and that award is going to be presented by Mr. Alan Johnson, who has the dubious honor of getting to sit next to me at the Economic Development Authority meetings almost at least every 8 weeks. Mr. Alan Johnson of Kentucky Bank.
Good evening and welcome, everyone, whether you're watching on the internet or here. Alex, I think GINNI Lynn can not only process more in 60 seconds, but speak it more intelligent than you can in 5 minutes, don't you? That's a compliment, GINNI Lynn, okay?
I like that, Alan. Bring it up even farther.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll have coffee waiting next PDA.
Good deal, good deal. Hey, I'm the outsider in the group. Everybody else seems like they're born, bred, raised here and got all these deep roots and everything. I'm from Bourbon County. Don't tell GINNI Lynn. She won't sit by me no more at EDA, you know, but don't tell her. But anyways, I am. But one thing I tell my wife and the people, my friends at home, I tell them what a great group of people it is right here in Cynthiana, Kentucky. When the chips are down in this county, everybody comes together and everybody goes to work for each other. And for that, I am highly impressed. I've worked different jobs. I've traveled the state of Kentucky. I've flown, been to several states, but some of the best people in the world is right here in Cynthiana, Kentucky, and I mean that. So the Business of the Year award. In 2020, it was a very difficult year for most all of us, including businesses. Many had to close their doors, and you know that, for several weeks, operate at a limited capacity, or offer carry-out or curbside service only due to the impact of the COVID-19. Tonight's winners for Business Person of the Year did not give up. Even though times were difficult, they adapted to carry-out, moved tables outside to extend capacity at their establishment while they continue to encourage the community to support all local businesses in Cynthiana. They found new and creative ways to keep their doors open with a positive outlook and a smile. Our winners opened their first business in 2019 in downtown Cynthiana with a full-time job at both of them. One's at a factory and one's a licensed real estate agent under their belt. They decided to invest in a sports bar to provide a great local atmosphere for our community, but they didn't stop there. In November of 2020, they opened a second business in downtown Cynthiana and purchased the building that their sports bar is in. They went all out. They went all in for Cynthiana. Numerous nominations for them came in for this year's award for Business Person of the Year. Many shared touching memories of experiences in their own businesses, others sharing how business owners and residents, they always find a way to give back to this community. Our winners are committed to our community and helping make it a better place to live and work. And my envelope, please. I missed that. And our winners for the 2021 Business Persons of the Year Award are, drum roll, Jenny Lynn. All right, Missy and Mike Varney. Congratulations. Come on up here. Everybody else has been doing, so I guess we'll do that. Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, everybody knows that this is totally out of my comfort zone here. Mike and I would like to say it was a total surprise when Tommy Jean called us about this award. We was not expecting this at all. We would like to thank God, our family, employees, friends, and customers, because without them, this would not have been possible. This award not only goes to us, but to every small business owner in Cynthiana that survived 2020 and is surviving 2021 already. And to the new business owners that's taking a leap of faith and following their dreams and opening up their shops. Thank you to the City of Cynthiana and Mayor Smith for helping each and every one of us last year during these hard times. Thank you to everyone that voted for us from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Thank you to everyone in Cynthiana.
People behind the scenes, not only in the beautiful red jacket as Isaac Daly going up and down and back and forth and being yelled at by various and sundry old people that have injected themselves into his life over the years. Tommy Jean and the mayor, who both agreed to let me make fun of him because they knew it was fruitless for me to not be allowed to do that. To Trent and C.J. Clifford, to Trent Harris and C.J. Clifford up in the wings, and to the away, Rapunzel. You got this.
Okay, I'm going to introduce our Ambassador of the Year. And our Ambassador program was created to encourage participation of volunteers in our program and in the community. It started a couple of years ago. We started out with 5, and then we grew to 12. And we're really, really proud of all of our ambassadors. They come from all walks of life, manufacturing, small business. They're there till 10 o'clock at night at the summer concert series, helping us clean up. They're helping pass out flyers, and they're an asset to the Chamber. So our 2021 Ambassador of the Year is no stranger to the Chamber of Commerce. She has been a dedicated member for many years. She volunteers at almost every Chamber event, from the summer concert series to our golf scramble, and to my knowledge, has not missed a Chamber luncheon in years. She is always there to lend a hand, whether it's passing out flyers or encouraging others to join the Chamber. She also participated in our 2019-2020 Leadership Harrison County class and was instrumental in the fundraising and completion of their class project, A Stage for the Summer Concert Series. Ambassadors and members like her are hard to come by. I know that I appreciate her support and commitment to the Chamber so much, and I hope she realizes the impact she has on our organization, the community, and myself personally. So our 2021 Ambassador of the Year, it's a dramatic effect. I didn't realize how dramatic that was. Okay, is Miss Linda Lewis.
So my speech is short and sweet like me. Thank you, Tommy, and thank you for the Chamber Committee. I've lived in many areas of the state of Kentucky, but I gained my home of Harrison County and my family in Harrison County in 2012. I love working with the Chamber, and two of my favorite things were the Walking Dead Day. We worked all night long. They flipped cars upside down and painted things with ketchup. It was just really fun. And being in the leadership Harrison County. And I plan on continuing to help and do everything I can. Thanks.
All right, me again. Our last award of tonight is for our presidential recognition. The Chamber of Commerce could not operate at the capacity it does without a supportive board of directors. Directors who volunteer their time to help grow the organization and impact the community through their service. The responsibilities of a director increase if they choose to take on the roles of treasurer, vice president, or president. Our 2020 Chamber president probably had the most difficult year in Chamber board president history. Alan and I had many conversations throughout the year on how to navigate the pandemic and how to continue to provide services for our members. His guidance and leadership are what I believe kept the Chamber doors open and allowed us to continue to become creative in how we could help our businesses. His main goal as a president was to provide our members with the information and tools they needed to help keep their business operational. His level-headed, positive approach to the COVID-19 pandemic helped guide the board of directors and myself into providing the best services that we could. We printed out signage for our businesses when new mandates were issued by the governor. We sent emails and text out with information impacting our members in relation to COVID-19. We hosted Zoom meetings with Dr. Miller of WEDCO, the mayor and county judge, so that our members could have their questions answered right from the source. I'm so thankful for Alan's professional leadership and influence in a year I do not think any of us will ever forget. With that, I would like to present Alan Johnson with the Presidential Recognition Award.
Well, like Tommy said, it was a difficult year, a very strange year, where we learned a lot of things about what we could do when we couldn't meet together, right? There is no telling how many hours this group in here has spent on a Zoom meeting, right? And or Teams or whatever platform that you had. We learn to adapt, and as Americans, as Harrison County people, that's what we do. I am thankful, just like you are tonight, that the positivity rate is going down, not only in Harrison County, but our state and our country. And just like you, I can't wait to find what normal looks like again. Thank you, and I appreciate it.
What a pleasure it has been being with you at home and being with you here in the theater tonight. If you won downtown dollars, please, before you leave the theater, please see Tommy Jean, Clifford, right behind me, aka Rapunzel. If you are a nominee, an award recipient, and you were recognized tonight in any form or fashion, we have professional pictures for you. And I would like for everyone here, young, old, middle-aged, white, yellow, green, I'd like everyone here to think about this. There was a popular song in the 1960s that went something like, "Bloom where you're planted." I want to encourage you that wherever you're planted in life, be it here, be it home, be it far, be it the neighboring county, wherever that is, that you bloom. You bloom with the time and the talents you have to give, as these people that you've seen tonight. And no bad things will happen when you do this. You'll have bad days. I love that. You'll have bad days. Don't expect not to have a bad day, but you'll have a great life. So enjoy our wonderful town. I'm so proud to be from here. And if you say anything bad about it, I'll take you out with one of my stilettos. So keep that in the back of your mind. Have a great evening. Please don't leave if you got an award. If you didn't get any popcorn, we'll be monitoring that. Make sure that happens on your way out. Have a great night.